Chabad, please join us. Torah lesson. Welcome to this week's Torah lesson. This week's Torah portion is Parsha Vayeishev. The question of the week is, what is real peace and tranquility? So in this week's Torah portion, as the name is Vayeishev Yaakov wanted to relax. And that's the name of the Torah portion. So seemingly, we're going to learn about Jacob's relaxing, vacation, wonderful life. But nevertheless, what do you read in this Torah portion? All about Joseph and Joseph's struggles, up to the point where Joseph is sold as a slave down to Egypt. So the question is, what does that have to do with peace and tranquility with the name Vayeishev? The Rebbe explains as follows. There's two different levels of peace and tranquility. Number one, you have, when Jacob came back from this whole drama and saga in the house of Laban, he finally came back to his parents' home, and he lived there for 9 years in peace and tranquility up until Joseph was 17. That's one level of peace and tranquility. Your parents' home, life is good, everyone is okay, it's wonderful. Then there's a whole different level of peace and tranquility. That is when Yaakov lived in the land of Egypt for 17 years. And we know that 17 has numerical as toiv, which means good. And the peace and tranquility Yaakov had was being in Egypt with all the difficulties that Egypt represents, but he's able to live a life of peace and tranquility. So the Rebbe explains, Yaakov on his own, where would he want to live? Sure, in his parents' home, peace, tranquility, life is great. However, we know, there's Eila told us Yaakov Yosef. So the literal meaning is, who is the children of Yaakov, referring to Joseph. But the Rebbe explains, according to mysticism, that Eila told us Yaakov Yosef, that Yosef means to add, Hosafa. That through Yosef, that's always trying to add and do great things, that brings out Yaakov to a whole different level. In other words, by going down to Egypt and dealing with all the struggles in Egypt, you're able to stay strong and calm and peaceful amongst all the struggles. That will allow you to have a whole different level of peace and tranquility. So to answer the question, what is real peace and tranquility? Real peace and tranquility is being able to live in challenging situations, in compromising situations, but even in those situations, you're able to experience real peace and tranquility. That is real peace and tranquility. This week's Torah lesson is dedicated to the memory of Baruch ben Aryeh Leib, Shlomo ben Yosef, and Rachel bas Lipa. May their souls be elevated by the Torah we're studying in their memory. For more information, please see our website, chabadswf.org. Thanks so much for joining us for our weekly Torah lesson.